What's up everyone, how you doing? Today in this video, we're going to be taking a look at some lost K-pop media. Now a little explanation on what lost media is that there's content that has been rumored to have existed, but has never seen the light of day and has never been released to the public, basically. So what I did is research and scour the internet for all the K-pop lost media out there. It's not everything, but it's like the most interesting things I could find, I put in this video. And actually, in fact, when it comes to K-pop, there's tons of lost media out there that exist, or rumored to exist. I believe they exist. It's just on some hard drive or flash drive or floppy disk out there, if you're old like me. But there's even content out there that finally did get released, and I want to talk about that. But before we get into it, please like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss out on brand new videos. Because this is actually true. Each subscribe that I get, one of your guys' dreams comes true. Try it out. And real quick, you might have noticed some changes here on the channel. So first, let me reintroduce myself. Now, I've been wanting to change my name for a minute now, and I decided to go with naeson, which is basically Nathan, but pronounced in Korean, it would be naeson. This is a new name, this is a new era, but I'm still the #1 K-pop YouTuber you know and love. So let's go ahead and start this video off with all the lost media that LOONA has, I could totally make a separate video, but I'm gonna package it nicely, you know? I'm gonna package it very nice and small for you. Maybe one day I may do a whole video about LOONA's lost media, but for now, let's talk about these 3 projects, all of which were kind of teased, and some of them did get teasers that were released by LOONA's original management, the good old BlackBerry Creative. Yeah, you know. And when the creative director and my boy Jaden Jung left, it seemed like those concepts, ideas, and projects left with him. Now, like I said, some teasers were dropped for Burn and Lamation, but that's all we ever saw from these projects. And now the Zero album, in fact, has a very bittersweet story to it on why it didn't come out. Because this was around the time when LOONA members were fighting back to get their contracts terminated with BlackBerry. The LOONA fans saw this, and Orbits decided to organize a boycott. And this boycott was, I think, the first successful boycott in K-pop history. It worked so well, it forced BlackBerry to cancel this whole comeback and the album. But fast forward to now, and the LOONA members are still very much active. But let's shift our focus over to Madhouse in particular. Founded by my boy Jaden Jung, he revealed that we will see at least one of those lost content finally come out. Jaden said in an interview with my friend and friend of the channel, Jeff Benjamin over at Billboard, that he was sitting on the song Burn for 6 years and waited for ARTMS to form to drop ARTMS's version to tell their own story. Originally, Burn was a part of a trilogy for LOONA, and Jaden was planning something similar for ARTMS. You see, ARTMS already released the songs Birth and Virtual Angel, and with Burn, that is the 3rd part to this trilogy. Burn is meant to represent the burning of the wings from Virtual Angel, so it's just the perfect follow-up. And in fact, I actually got to be one of the first people to listen to Burn when they performed it at their first show in Seoul, and I gotta say, I was not expecting that kind of song at all. Also, shout out my girl Kimlet. But you see, this is why I fell in love with and have the utmost respect for LOONA, ARTMS, and the work that went behind it. From the top of Madhouse, like Jaden, to the artists that put on these performances, to the staff that work behind the scenes. These are people that have soul, that have passion, that put in the work to deliver what I think is the best content, not just for K-pop, but just music as an art form. And I am proud personally to at least be a small part of that story. But let's get back on topic here. With the release of Burn, does that mean we could see Lamation, which was supposed to be LOONA's ballad album, or that Zero album come out but just as an ARTMS version? Only time will tell. aespa's debut music video of Black Mamba was uploaded back in 2020, and that music video you're watching on YouTube right now isn't the real version. The first version of the Black Mamba shoot had members with blonde hair. As you can see, the members had dyed their hair, or at least put on some wigs, for this shoot, and for some reason SM decided to scrap it and reshoot the whole music video, specifically Karina, in a different hair color, as all the other members can be seen in blonde or platinum hair colors throughout the music video. Why just Karina though? One of EXO's most experimental title track, Coco Bop, wasn't actually meant for them and was recorded by another SM artist, and that would have been Red Velvet. The song was created by Celine, a recording artist who made the demo for Kpop. SM was interested in the song from one of their groups, but it was written for Red Velvet first. The song was written 3 keys higher in order to fit the members' vocal range, and there is said to be a full demo version of Red Velvet singing Kpop out there. But this is something that happens very often in K-pop actually. Company goes shopping around for demos or instrumentals or something that these producers around the world have, and if there's something that interests them, or they're like, maybe this could fit our group, they go ahead and buy the rights to it, and then maybe the producers in-house at that company think it might suit somebody else. Then they hand it over to another group. Luckily, we do have AI now, so if you want to hear what Red Velvet singing Kpop would sound like, let's take a listen. Honestly, I would have taken that too. SM Entertainment always likes to show off their rookies in a program that they have called SM Rookies, where trainees put on performance videos and showcases, covering songs and creating their own original songs to show off their talents. Red Velvet and NCT members were trainees at SM around the same time, so they did collaborate with each other kind of frequently. Then on a radio show, Joy said that she, Taeyong, and Jaehyun wrote lyrics and made an original song together. However, when talking about it, Joy said it was too cringy, and Jaehyun said he doesn't even know what happened to the recordings. Again, somewhere on a hard drive at SM Entertainment, there's this song and maybe tons of other stuff too. Where are these hard drives? You know what? We need to create our own FBI, but for K-pop, K-pop Federal Bureau of Investigation, KFBI. You know, somebody's got to do it. Okay, now this one is literally lost media because the original edit for Girls' Generation's Mr. Mister was accidentally deleted. Well, some parts of the edit. SM said there was a loss of data that deleted some parts of the music video. Girls' Generation had to refilm and they had to re-edit the music video. Because of this, it delayed and pushed back their comeback for 2 weeks. You can't even get more lost media than that. It is literally lost. Like, there is no way of obtaining this corrupted data. Now, this one has always been strongly rumored that As If It's Your Last, which was of course released by BLACKPINK, was originally meant for another iconic YG girl group, 21. And it seems like that's the truth. First, Teddy was of course the main producer for 21 and then became the lead producer for BLACKPINK. So many believe that Teddy had tons of songs for 21, but since they've been on this huge break and didn't have a comeback, some of those songs were kind of inherited by BLACKPINK, with leaked clips of the studio demo and 21 members like Minzy even confirming it. This is an open shut case. As If It's Your Last was a 21 song first. So again, Teddy, bring over those hard drives. We're investigating. Hand him over. Hand him over. Just hand it over, Teddy. Come on, don't be shy. Hand it. Just hold it. Hand it over. K-pop idol sisters Jessica and Crystal Jung both had pretty impressive careers in K-pop. One debuted in Girls' Generation, the other debuted in FX. But there was an unreleased collaboration between the two Jung sisters that was in fact a full album. Some rumors from supposedly credible sources said that everything was already done, the album and the music video. But then since Jessica left Girls' Generation, it kind of made it impossible for any of this to actually happen. And of course, SM owns the rights to this, and SM probably was like, should we release it? Nah, we good. This probably could have been the first big time K-pop sister album in history. Okay, so this is not necessarily lost media because you can find it yourself. It's on YouTube, you can listen to the whole thing. But let me just explain what happened. Influencer turned singer Bella Poarch released a song called Build a Bitch. I can say it, right, YouTube? I can say it? Can I say it? There was another version that included a feature from a K-pop idol, and that idol would have been Rose from BLACKPINK. But no one would even know about this collaboration, at least for the next year after. Why was it never officially dropped? I imagine like most things, it comes down to management, either Bella Poarch management or my homies over at YG. I love you, YG, so much. All the way back to the dinosaur age of 2013, it was revealed and highly publicized that Big Bang member G-Dragon worked on a song with Justin Bieber. They were hanging out all the time and performing on the same stages and everything. But fast forward to now, 10 years later, where is it? What, y'all were just hanging out? Like, what's going on here? The first group ever created from the produced series called IOI, they had a debut song that wasn't originally created for them. The man himself, JYP, or as I like to call him, Papa JYP, Park Jin-young, was the main producer for this debut song for IOI. He had a big hand in deciding what song IOI was gonna have. Here's the crazy thing. If Twice would have gotten Very 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 as a comeback song, that means IOI would have arguably have gotten Twice's biggest hit in their career. Just hand it to them. Now you may be asking, naeson, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the receipts? Well, hold up. I'm printing them right now. There was a live stream that Jonghyun from Twice revealed that the members had their parts already assigned for Very Very Very. Jonghyun said it was fate that they didn't get that song because that year, Twice released TT instead.
음원을 보니까 그 아이오아이 분들이 너무너무너무라는 노래가 있었어. 저희 곡이었어요. 트와이스 곡이었어요. 티칭까지 받고 또 파트까지 정해진 거야. 진짜 뭔가 인연이란 게 있는 것 같아, 진짜. 우리 그때 또 그 너무너무 곡이 또 아이오아이 분들한테 가면 저희가 이제 TT라는 곡을 또 받으면서.
You probably remember that Red Velvet had a comeback called Russian Roulette or Russian Roulette.
R-O-U-L-E-T-T-E Roulette.
See, Wendy, Wendy's got my back. You might also remember that the concept for that music video was kind of weird. The Red Velvet members were kind of trying to unalive each other, kind of referencing the game of Russian Roulette, but not really. However, Korea Broadcasting thought, we ain't playing those games, and believed that some of the scenes were too dark to show. So it said that there are some clips from the original music video edit that had to be removed and replaced with something a little bit more safer for broadcast. This is yet another story of one iconic song that was released by one group that was meant for another. CLC was coming off of the surprise success of Hobgoblin, which was a massive shift in their sound of music. And for some reason, they were prepared to come back with something completely opposite. Labian Rose. The thing is, this song was actually produced by the in-house producers at Cube Entertainment, where CLC's management is. So of course, CLC would have gotten it first. And so CLC got to work on the song. They were getting their parts, they were recording audio. But then, for some reason, those at Cube, inside Cube, decided to give the song away and not have CLC do it. Through an internal discussion, those at Cube decided that IZ*ONE would have been a better fit. I mean, they were right, but why? It kind of worked out for the best for IZ*ONE to get this song, and well, for CLC to continue down that girl crush road, which I think worked out for the best. Well, kind of. Well, as far as music goes, I guess. Very similar to the lost media of G-Dragon and Justin Bieber working on a song. Apparently, Justin Bieber featured in 21's classic release of I Am the Best. In 2021, CL was having a countdown live stream for her first solo album, Alpha. And during that live stream, she played Justin Bieber's verse from her phone that would have been on I Am the Best. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be the original song for I Am the Best, like they would have just released the song featuring Justin Bieber, or this would have been a later release just to kind of hype up the comeback of I Am the Best. Either way, it would have been insane to release back then, but it's also kind of insane to see that it still exists. See, CL has it on her phone. These hard drives exist. KFBI, I kind of want to make this thing happen. You know what? I'm going to work with the Korean government. Okay, now this one got some drama to it. Back in 2015, Girls' Generation was gearing up for the comeback Catch Me If You Can, which was a song that was released in Korea and Japan with a Korean and Japanese version. The comeback was scheduled for April 12th, but what we didn't know behind the scenes is that Jessica was already on her way out of SM and Girls' Generation. That mystery still remains a mystery, and it probably will to the end of time. But anyways, Jessica would have officially left Girls' Generation and SM Entertainment in September. But as for the MV for the comeback Catch Me If You Can, SM was sweating because they now had to cut out Jessica. If you search right now on YouTube, you can only find the Korean version. The Japanese one can't be found on official SM channels, but it was re-uploaded by fans who got their hands on. And this is the only music video that has Jessica in it. They didn't cut her out of the Japanese version. Now, since that music video is easily watchable and searchable, I don't really consider it lost media. It was for a minute, but now it's still just an interesting story. Who doesn't like a cup of tea now and then, you know? Okay, we went from drama to now, I don't even know what to call this. Controversial? In 2014, SM's new girl group Red Velvet debuted with the title track Happiness. The media in question is a few scenes in that music video. The music video you are watching on YouTube is not the original version. The original version was uploaded with a few controversial scenes that included references to 9/11 and World War II, showcasing the skyline of New York and some newspaper headline clippings of World War II and the nuclear bombing. Who thought this was a good idea? I have no clue. Those scenes were quickly edited and replaced. So, but the screenshots are already out there, and those who know, you know. Now, this lost media happened very recently. This 5th generation of K-pop, actually. Rookie girl group Young Posse teased a special digital album and the song to celebrate the holidays, which was called Santa Claus is Coming to Hood. I saw that on Twitter when they first posted it, and I was like, that is not you. Yeah, nah, that ain't it. After some immediate backlash, well deserved to be honest, Santa never really did come to Hood for Christmas, and Young Posse never released that song, and it was deleted. Allegedly. I just want to believe that it's out there somewhere, and I'm very curious. I honestly want to hear it. At this point, I want to hear what a song called Santa's Coming to Hood would sound like. Young Posse, hand it over. KFBI up here. In 2018, BTS was riding high with their massive breakout year with Fake Love and Idol. They were working on a Japanese album with Japanese versions of those songs, but also some new songs. One of the songs is a song called Bird, which was a new title track that would have been produced in Japan and made by Japanese producer Yasuhi Akimoto. What's the problem? Well, let's just say Akimoto has questionable lyrics that he's made in the past about politics and, young girls. The backlash by ARMY, BTS fans, was heard by Big Hit, and the song Bird was cancelled. How far did BTS get in the recording? We don't know. Possibly there are some audio files out there. Up until today, there's been a handful of K-pop groups that have headed over to the US to try to plant a flag for Korea and K-pop. One of the first groups to do it was the Wonder Girls from JYP. They did a lot to try to make a name for themselves in the States, had tons of promotions, did a movie on Teen Nick, and went on tour with the Jonas Brothers. And during the tour, there was a forgotten live stream with both the Jonas Brothers and Wonder Girls. Now, I did find some clips of the live stream, but the whole live stream doesn't exist anywhere. So technically, lost media. I'll count it. Now this one kind of stings because it's recent, because we're talking about NewJeans and their dispute with HYBE. Because of NewJeans wanting to leave Adore and HYBE for mistreatment, mismanagement, and sabotage, the stuff planned for NewJeans is obviously not gonna happen. What was on NewJeans' schedule for this year was releasing a comeback and having their first ever world tour. The tour, I'm hoping we will see sometime in the future, and well, the songs and the album probably won't be released because it is copyrighted by Adore and HYBE, and well, they're petty. So we're not gonna see that unless the KFBI gets involved. Hand it over, HYBE. It's been a long time coming. Someone needs to Thank you so much for watching, and while you're at it, why not go ahead and follow me on my Twitch, because I'm gonna be live streaming soon, giving my honest opinions on K-pop, and I have tons of content exclusive just for there. I will be uploading some clips here and there, but if you want to watch it live and get interactive and ask me questions and talk to me there, please head over and follow my Twitch. It's gonna be, I'm really excited about it, to be honest. And of course, remember to hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell for notification. I've been naeson, and make sure you don't lose your media. And more importantly,